we gave the introduction for rolling for your lower body. We went through your calf, your hamstring, your glute med, and the outside of your thigh, which we're targeting both that posterior chain and that lateral chain, which are your weight-bearing or load-bearing chains in your body, which are active in force transmission. We know if something is tight and it should be looser, that length tension relationship in your muscles and that give and that take won't be the way that it's supposed to be, and it won't be efficient. Other parts of your body will take more load. They'll become even tighter because they think they're in a guard, or they think they have to guard when they think they'll learn to release. So through the rolling, we're helping to establish that length again. We're getting fluid, we're getting hydration and new fresh blood into that area through rolling. So this one is just an extra exercise, which will actually help your hip, but we might not be there yet. I'm still going to show it to you. So this will be targeting our quad. And when we've been working together, I noticed, and you noticed this too in your own body, when you were sitting down on your knees, your hips started to open up, and that's because these quads started to open, they started to release. This will help facilitate it. It'll get a little bit deeper. You'll break down some of the adhesions that have been in your body, and then that way, it'll be more open, and you can hopefully feel a little bit more tension throughout your hip when we're moving. So the hardest part of this one is actually getting into the exercise. And I wish I had an easier way, I don't yet. But we'll go ahead, go down onto your knees, take your time. I know getting onto the ground is not easy for anyone. We'll place the roller down in front of us. We already know where it's going, we're right on that quad. So you'll take your elbows down on the mat, you'll reach your legs straight behind you, and you'll start with the quad above your knee. And remember, we don't roll over bones here. Arms are supporting you almost like you're doing a plank. Other leg is off to the side. And you control the tension. So if you want more tension, you kind of sink into it. Less tension, you press away. Back ankle is flexed, and you slowly start rolling, so the roller starts to travel up towards your head. And then you exhale. Roller starts coming towards your knee, but we don't roll over the knee. And then you start to roll it up, embracing all the sensations that you might be feeling, and then start to roll back down so the roller comes right to the top of the kneecap but not over. And remember, we do 4, 4, and 4. And then exhale in. And last one, reach it back. And exhale in. Pause in the mid part of your quad, so halfway up that leg. Our cross friction here is also that hamstring curl. You're opening up the front of your hip. You're changing the angle, you're changing the muscles, and you reach that leg away. You get some relief when you start to straighten it, and then you go ahead and bend the knee. Hamstring curl, squeezing the glute. And then you start to reach it away. And 2 more here, finding your rhythm. Good news. Hopefully every time you do it, it gets a little bit easier. And last one. And then go ahead and roll forward and back, almost there. Only 4 times. And then slide back. And come forward, and 2 more. Still staying strong and supported throughout the back leg. And last one, reach. And take the roller away. And then you'll do that all on the other side. And if you'd like, if you're here, this is just an option. Since your quad is a little bit more open, has more blood flow from doing this, we've been working on that stretch. You find this one exciting for your hip, especially when we do it on the reformer. This is a variation of it. So this is our hip flexor stretch. You have a 90-ish degree angle on your front knee, hopefully a 90-ish degree angle on the back leg. You squeeze the back glute, you roll the hips under, you find your core, and then you start to shift your hips forward. That should create something, some sort of sensation in the front of your hip, and then come back in. So these muscles, they wrap around and go to the low back. When they're tight, they pull on the low back, and it can shift out of place and then work its way up and affect ribs as well. So we want it loose, we want it to move optimally. And then back into 2 more. And last one. Good, and we'll work our way to stand, and we'll come back to the upper body in a moment.